About an investigation with the team this week or last investigation?
Yeah, I think we agree. I think we're in compliance with them, with the league, and obviously there's no rumors.
And it looked like Sky head coach Tyler Marsh has confirmed there has been lies told about the Indiana Fever.
Chicago Sky's coach is stunned. Angel Reese just dropped the ultimate bombshell, accusing Indiana Fever fans of being racist. Spoiler, they're not. But the WNBA? They've been acting like it's their full-time job to quietly sabotage the Fever every chance they get. So what's really happening here? Is this basketball beef, a behind-the-scenes agenda, or just another social media wildfire gone nuclear? Buckle up, this one's about to get wild.
Yeah, obviously there's no place in this league for that. I think the WNBA, our team and our organization has done a great job supporting me. I've had communication from everyone, from so many people across this league, and being able to support me. Going through this whole process, obviously it could happen to me, it could happen to anyone, and I think they've done a great job supporting us in this.
Even her head coach just went on record and said he didn't hear anything about harassment until we did. The exact time we did was when the WNBA stated that they was going to launch an investigation into the game. Now, if that is your head coach, he should have been the first person directed to know if there was hate speech or racist slurs said towards
the WNBA circus just rolled back into town, and center stage under the brightest spotlight stands Angel Reese, juggling outrage like it's her full-time act. Once again, she slipped on her trusty victim goggles and aimed her spotlight at Indiana Fever fans, branding them as the latest villains in her ever-growing drama series. Yep, according to Angel, those passionate, mostly harmless Fever supporters are suddenly a bubbling pot of racism. Spoiler, they're not. Not even close. This isn't a movement, it's a performance. A sideshow dressed up as a statement. And the wildest part? She's absolutely thriving on it.
Because we heard from Angel Reese today, and we heard from Tyler Marsh. Tyler Marsh, folks, let's send our best wishes to Tyler Marsh. He's about to be called every name under the book. Sellout, Uncle Tom, Coon, unless he starts backtracking like he's Darrell Revis in his prime, and he intercepts the hate like Deion said. Unless that happens, oh, Tyler Marsh is about to get run out
about Chicago Sky coach from Tyler Marsh, and he has essentially confirmed that what we all thought, that the allegations made were because of the Flight React sound effect. The Flight React sound effect is what happens, because everyone thought, oh, maybe there was something that like the players heard and they reported it. No.
First off, the idea that Indiana Fever fans are secretly fueled by racism is about as believable as a vegan winning a rib-eating contest in Texas. These fans are simple to figure out. They love basketball, they love Caitlin Clark, and they really love watching their team dismantle rivals like the Chicago Sky. No hidden agenda, no coded hate, just pure hoops passion. But Angel Reese? She's out here spinning a narrative so wild it's like watching a toddler finger paint and calling it a masterpiece.
Actually, something newsworthy said today in regards to the alleged hateful fan comments made toward Angel Reese during the Fever and Sky game on Saturday, because the Sky actually gathered for practice today, and they spoke, and both the coach and Reese spoke. The more notable comments came from Tyler Marsh, the head coach of the Chicago.
So what's really going on here? The WNBA has been running in slow-motion disaster mode for years. Ratings sinking, attendance two-stepping in the wrong direction, and fan engagement barely showing a pulse. On the court, the product often sputters. Clunky offenses, whistle-happy refs, and a pace that feels more like a PowerPoint presentation than professional basketball. Yet somehow, instead of fixing these obvious, fixable problems, the league and its loudest defenders keep pointing fingers at the fans. Yep, it's your fault for not being thrilled by endless mid-range bricks and free-throw parades. Because nothing screams growth like blaming your own audience for changing the channel.
He's like, well, we just heard about what's going on. Like, he had no idea. He's just like, well, we just heard that this is happening. So no, they've confirmed this is because of Twitter. This is the most unserious league ever. Kathy Engelbert, you are like, this is embarrassing. And I don't even know if it's Kathy. There's no video proof. The players don't know what's going on. The coach is like, we heard nothing. Both sets of players are like, we heard nothing. And it's a social media account that has now deleted their account.
Because obviously, the real issue isn't Angel Reese's over-the-top theatrics or Chicago's total inability to keep pace with a red-hot Indiana squad. Nope, it's those terrible Fever fans and their supposed whispered racism. Sure thing. Meanwhile, on the court, Caitlin Clark and the Fever were absolutely cooking the sky, like they just invented a new barbecue recipe and Chicago was the main ingredient. The Sky looked like they'd shown up to play checkers while Indiana was out there playing 3D chess with fireworks, lasers, and a full marching band. And Angel Reese? She spent most of the night mopping up the court, literally and metaphorically, like it owed her rent money. Now about that infamous foul, the one that's been turned into headline gold. Honestly, it was the perfect snapshot of the Angel Reese experience. Loud, dramatic, and missing the point entirely. It wasn't some shadowy conspiracy or league-wide plot. It was just the inevitable outcome of a Fever team playing with intensity and a Sky team struggling to keep up. But somehow it's been blown up into a soap opera. One where the drama's louder than the basketball.
A moment of truth has been told about the Chicago Sky, bro. Just like I told y'all days ago, bro. This whole thing was fabricated and it was a lie. I released footage on the sideline. I released several videos confirming that no one was targeted.
Angel Reese's reaction? Pure theater. We're talking full-on Broadway energy for what was in reality a routine foul. It was an Emmy-worthy performance in the drama over nothing category. What should have been a simple whistle turned into a one-woman stage production about injustice, conspiracy, and cosmic betrayal. 1 minute she's on the hardwood, the next she's channeling Shakespeare, raging against invisible forces like the basketball gods themselves had chosen her as their personal target. Never mind that fouls happen every game. Never mind that this one was textbook by WNBA standards. To Angel, this wasn't a call, it was a divine hit job, a cosmic plot designed to humble her greatness. Meanwhile, back in the land of logic, the Indiana Fever were doing something revolutionary. Winning. They looked like an actual basketball team, composed, structured, and dare I say strategic. They ran plays. They defended. They stayed focused. No theatrics, no victim speeches, just buckets and stops. While Angel was busy rewriting her own tragedy in real time, the Fever were busy rewriting the scoreboard.
Oh, how being silent is such a blessing. Such a blessing it is to be silent and have nobody being critical of you. All those Chicago Sky reporters, you guys are all let's just call a spade here. You guys are all soft as Charmin. Shout out to Kobe, R.I.P. to the Mamba. Charmin soft. Hey Angel, how is it like dealing with the environment of people calling you all those names? Oh, if it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone. Oh, Angel, how did it feel? How did you push through that? Oh, well, obviously it's hard to hear. Wait, did it happen to you or did you not hear anything happen to you? That's very...
Honestly, the whole Angel Reese phenomenon is starting to feel like that one friend who simply can't let anyone else have a moment. You know the type. You mentioned twisting your ankle and suddenly they're recounting how they shattered their leg, crawled 5 miles through a blizzard, and somehow still made it to work on time. Every situation turns into a competition for sympathy. Lose a game? The refs are corrupt. Get outplayed? It's systemic bias. Disappear in the fourth quarter? Must have been the planets misaligning. There's always an excuse, a scapegoat, a narrative, anything but accountability. And heaven forbid you bring up the obvious. Maybe Indiana just played better. Say that out loud and brace yourself for the full Angel Reese PR meltdown. You'll be branded a hater, accused of internalized misogyny and probably racism too, all because you dared to suggest her team just got beat. At this point, Angel's not just playing basketball, she's starring in an ongoing saga, complete with plot twists, side characters, and self-written drama. The irony? The longer the show goes on, the more it feels like she's writing herself right out of relevance.